Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Elizabeth, Have You Learned Nothing? The cycle of Elizabeth Teckenbrock is truly a ride that none of us purchased the ticket to. However, it's spinning and we can't get off. It's like the Gravitron, but worse. And I'd like a refund.
Did you not know about it, or were you in on it?
So if you're watching my channel, as you know, Elizabeth Teckenbrock is a wannabe TikTok influencer who posts, in my opinion, no content of value or quality at all, and is a serial con artist who has scammed many people out of money, totaling what we assume to be over $4 million, has faked terminal cancer for nearly a decade, has also faked being a part of a cartel mob drug runner family, has catfished potentially multiple people into like relationships, like pretending to be a man, has also impersonated lawyers, doctors, financial advisors, forged IRS documents, medical records. It goes on and on and on. Like it's crazy. Now, we've talked about the cycle of Liz many times. Typically, it's like she gets caught doing something. She gets called out a bunch. She like disappears from the internet. Meanwhile, she's like still scamming. But then she usually doesn't come back to the internet until she feels more confident and like more bold. So typically that is when she has been love bombing and like isolating someone, doesn't matter who, could be a love interest or like a new financial backer, because there's like the boyfriends or like the love interests, and then there's like the financial backers. So those are different people, right? Now, the boyfriends are like people that she'll basically like be living on their couch or like on their Airbnb or wherever. But the people who are actually like giving her money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, she usually doesn't live with those people. She usually doesn't even hang out with them. That's why whenever anyone's like, oh, she was sleeping with him, I'm like, no, she wasn't. Not at all. So let's just keep that clear. I know, but
What?
Hey girl, what's going on? You only craft like this when something's wrong, so I know something's wrong.
I just found out that there's all these data brokers on the internet that like are trying to sell my information, and there's nothing I can do about it.
You know, one of the sponsors of our, because we're the same person, channel is Aura. Aura's all-in-one digital security. I know you're upset about the data brokers, but they can sweep all those sites for you, do opt-out requests. You don't even have to do anything. I mean, even look right here. There's like over 30 opt-out requests submitted on my behalf already.
Do they have any other features?
Love that you asked. That's helpful. Thank you. They also have VPN services with over 100 locations, real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking, 24/7 customer support, and they got antivirus and password management. I know how you'd be forgetting your passwords, even though all of it's just, I love Elfie. It's okay. That way we can be more secure and you can change them and they can help you keep track of them. And you and the audience of our YouTube channel that we're on right now, because we are the same person, they can actually take advantage of Aura and a 2-week free trial by going to aura.com/CCSUAREZ. Did you know that?
So if I go to aura.com/CCSUAREZ, I can get a 2-week free trial, and I can let Aura do all the hard work for me?
I don't mean to pop your bubble, but you're gonna be fine.
Okay. Thanks. Can I still keep bedazzling my skirt even though Aura is helping me?
That's super fun.
Okay, thanks. I feel better.
Thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. In one of my last videos about Elizabeth, it was a 2-parter. We went over one of the live streams that she did. She's back with live streaming now. And the reason why I just like stopped explaining the cycle of Liz is because that's kind of where we are right now. Except usually from her coming back to the internet to then like starting to like threaten people again or like alluding to that. Usually that's like 3 or 4 months. Girl, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. And she's already being really messy, like posting this type of stuff where she's basically alluding that like her ex-husband Andrew and multiple of her ex-friends were like all in cahoots together. And it's like a scamming operation and kind of like the bling ring type thing. Like that's not it. Wild. So we're going to go over that right now. But I just wanted to kind of show like it's been condensed and it's gotten like a lot quicker. And that's scary. That's really scary. She has said that she has bipolar, what is it? Bipolar depression? What's BPD? Whatever it is. The one that has mania attached to it. But she has said that she has that multiple times. Maybe, but she's also reposting things that are like bipolar depression. And it's like someone like filming themselves like crying in their bed. Then it goes to like mania. And the girl's like so excited in her car, like laughing. And I'm like, oh my God, if that ain't Liz. Your mental health diagnoses don't need to become everyone else's problem. And many people can have BPD and not be serial con artists and not fake cancer and not abandon their children multiple times and not be complete pieces of shit. You know, cheers to that. Before we get started, if you do hear any strange noises, we are getting our floors redone and they're doing it like right on the other side of this bookcase. So I have tried to make it so that you won't be able to hear much, but a girl can only do so much, okay? So this video was posted yesterday, Wednesday, January 21st. It's the 22nd right now. And I want to say it was deleted like within, I mean, it seems like it was posted at like 3 p.m. yesterday. And I swear it was deleted within like, let's see if I can try to find out how long it was up for. Yeah, it was up for like 30 minutes, which is pretty crazy. So first she posted this one. And basically what it says is like, what I'm not going to do this year is like go back and forth with like foolish people or like stupid people or like, you know, like I'm not wasting my time on like whatever. And I'm pretty sure it's like filmed the same day. It's in her boyfriend's apartment. And then she posted this one and I'm just like, girl, what happened to not doing that? Okay. So be prepared, like our favorite gay villain, Scar, says. She's speaking in third person, but then she like messes it up multiple times. It's like funny because when I was watching it, I was like, who the fuck is she talking about? But anyways, let's get into it.
If your wife or your best friend didn't have a job and was living the most luxurious life and you were accepting all of what came with it, the gifts, the trips, the concerts, the money, the boats, the clothes. If all of that was happening.
She's talking about, I would assume, and again, this video is mainly like my theories and my opinion, just to be very clear. But keep in mind, I have interviewed so many, I look like Lord Farquaad. I've interviewed so many people in relation to her and basically every single person that she is like not referring to in this video. So the crazy thing is that she's saying like, if you knew they didn't have a job, she told Andrew, her ex-husband, that she did have a job. She told him that she was a vice principal, but then she mentions the luxurious life. Liz wasn't living the like luxurious life while she was still living with Andrew. She was doing that after they moved out. And then she's talking about concerts and boats because she would like, apparently she would like rent yachts all the time with Richard Powell's money. And so it seems like she's talking about like multiple different eras, but sure, there were people who were like, okay, do you have like a sugar daddy? And fine. All right. But when you think it's like a sugar daddy situation, again, I've said this many times, that's not scamming. Those are transactional relationships that are completely okay if it is consensual with both parties. None of those relationships were sugar daddies, sugar baby situations. You don't have to tell your sugar daddies that you have cancer. That's not how that works. Also, she never hung out with Richard Powell or Jason, two of her top financial victims. Absolutely wild. So it really does seem like she's going over like two different eras here. So I would assume, again, just my opinion, having talked with all of these people and dealt with Liz for a while now, I believe she's talking about ex-husband Andrew and possibly McKay, maybe Rachel. I don't really know who else she is possibly referring to. I think it's like those main ones. And a lot of people are like, okay, well, what triggered her? Because a lot of times when she like goes off like this, it's like just decides to set fire to everything. When it's like, Liz, you're the con artist. What are you talking about? It's because of a specific situation. And the day before she posted this was one of her daughters with her ex Andrew that she has not seen in 2 years and hasn't been able to talk to, I think, in like a year or something. It was their birthday and Andrew posted about it. And then so did like a few other people. So I could understand like that being a bit wild. And then also Rachel Reese, again, one of her ex friends and victims, the criminal defense attorney, also posted a TikTok video with her own sister and with Andrew as well. And they like posted a picture together or whatever too. So, or maybe they just sent me a picture instead of posting it. Either way, they had interacted over the weekend. They had hung out. We all live in the same place, right? But that could have been a trigger. And then her two little girls, like, again, not having access to them, that may be a trigger. Again, though, that's for the absolute best benefit of those little girls. They do not need to be around this woman. She's the worst. So it might be that. It is interesting, though, that she posted this after missing her deposition for the civil case that Rachel Reese has against her, which is for cyber stalking and like cyber harassment or whatever. Interesting that she, in my opinion, is avoiding being deposed because she just like keeps forgetting about it or like showed up late or something. And it's like, get your together. Like, court's not something you're late to, okay, buddy? So I just find this very interesting, like knowing in the background, like what's going on possibly in her life and trying to find out like, okay, what is the actual trigger of this and why is she posting this?
And you knew, because you're with this person every day and you talk to them every day, that they weren't having a job. Where did you think, and you know their family, so this isn't a stranger, you know everything about their life. where did you think they would be getting it from? And if you were helping spend it and doing all of it up until the person no longer had it anymore, was doing that anymore, having the money. And then
So this is super interesting because after she posted this, I was talking to one of her financial backers or previous financial backers, McKay, and I had her listen to it while I was on the phone with her. And she goes, I didn't get any money from her. It was my money. And I was like, McKay, because you were the financial backer, you sweet, sweet girl. It's interesting because it's like, who are you talking about? If it's not just your ex-husband, who are you talking about? But that also doesn't make sense because you weren't going on boats and stuff like that. And he didn't go on like these types of trips with you. I think he went on like one, maybe. Like, did he go to concerts with you? I don't think so. Like, you were sleeping around or allegedly doing other stuff and hooking up with other people. So it's like, who are you talking about? It's really interesting. But again, it's theft by deception. So here you are admitting to the theft. So interesting. So interesting.
Yeah. So did you not know about it, or were you in on it? Were you helping? But then you knew that she was never going to say anything out loud because that would also mean that she was telling on herself. But then she accepted the consequences offline the right way, the way she's supposed to, not through the online public's opinion.
I truly don't understand how she's saying that she accepted the consequences of her own actions because, like, how? Wouldn't the investigation have been wrapped up already? Wouldn't there have been charges brought against you already? And I've literally checked every day. I have like an alert that it sends to my email if there are any new updates on any cases involving her or anyone else I'm looking into. But that's not the case. There haven't been updates. It does not make any sense what she's talking about right now. But in my opinion, I think that what she's trying to allude to is that she has like flipped and like she's working with the feds now and she's like going to take down everyone. But I really think she's only doing that to try to like scare people. The only person that like she could be talking about again is like Andrew, but also like doesn't really make sense either because all the things she's listing off, he didn't like benefit from. And again, just because someone benefits from your scam doesn't mean that they were in on it or they were helping. Like that doesn't really make a lot of sense. There have been a lot of people who do think that Andrew was in on it, or at least like turning a blind eye or something. I don't know. He says no. I don't know.
And she actually told how much everyone else's involvement was and what they have done also. So then coming really soon, she gets to talk about it to the public. Would that mean that you were like secretly involved and knew about it? Or did you just pretend to not know that she was doing those things? Because like I think that you as her best friends and you as her husband and you as her family.
See, but now she's throwing in her family in there too. So it's like, who of your family are you like throwing in there? But we'll get into that in a second because I think that she purposely said that for a reason that like doesn't, like is like part of a lie. I'm literally Charlie Day with the red string board. I swear to God. So she's talking about her ex-best friends. I assume she's talking about McKay. She's talked about McKay multiple times now and said that McKay's lying about everything and like has her own secrets and all this stuff. And she love bombed the hell out of McKay, and McKay believed that she was dying and was also like in love with a person that didn't exist, and it was actually just Liz behind a phone texting her, and like that's horrible. I'm not really sure what like proof she has of other people doing things because from what I've seen, there isn't. And I don't really understand how McKay would have been involved. And I don't know if this is just her delusion or, you know, her believing her own lies to make herself feel better or something. I would assume that she deleted it possibly because her lawyer was like, hey, stop. I don't know. It's so interesting. But let me elaborate on the why she's like, or her family. So I think she's referencing family there because what I think she's doing is I think that she is perpetuating and just repeating the same lies that she told one of her ex-boyfriends, Sam, that her family is like in the cartel and like they're after her and like they're like trying to take her down and have her be like a scapegoat for everything and like take the fall for everything that she's ever done or like been into. So I think, you know, she's in his apartment right here. her. So I think like her posting this, like I would assume that he knows, right? And so like he heard her maybe. So I'm assuming that she posted this to kind of like appease that lie, because he doesn't have social media really. Like from what I've seen, his digital footprint is like this big. It's so tiny, just like his wrists. It's interesting because it's like, all right, well, if he's not like on there, he's not going to be like seeing what she's posting, or like, unless he's like on the back end, like seeing her filming it, right? So I think maybe she's like saying this type of stuff to try to feed into that lie, to attempt to disprove, stay with me, I know, to attempt to like disprove any questions that he's having. Because keep in mind, like I reached out to him, the whole stuff with like her allegedly attempting to break into one of her ex-boyfriends, Sam, the one that she also told these same lies to, his savings account to then pay off this new boyfriend's Amex account that she tried to break into like 4 times. So it's real crazy. And I feel like that's what she's doing. But then also along with that, trying to shut Andrew up, trying to appease the people who like have flipped over to her side and who are like feeding her ego. But then even more so than that, trying to shut people up, like trying to get Rachel or whoever, you know, to stop talking to me, to stop any like court cases or filings or anything that they have out there against her. Like I said before, and I've said before in many videos and in lives and on TikTok, she's very good at having like one lie or one video that she puts out be like so multifaceted to where it works on multiple levels. So it's like making the boyfriend think that, you know, oh, everything that she, you know, she's saying is true. Like they are after her, like they are trying to kill her or something. And then also appeasing like the audience of like, I'm working with the feds now. Like I'm fine. I've accepted my consequences, blah, blah. And it's like, girl, criminal filings and cases like that, like that's public. All of that is public. Right when it's filed, that's public. Also, then if she's like trying to do like a whole red herring situation with an FBI investigation, like in tampering with whatever, that's crazy. I mean, she's crazy, so that makes sense, I guess. But then also, like I said, trying to silence other people or scare them to thinking like, oh, she has the upper hand. I don't believe anything this woman says ever, and I never will. So if she's scaring you, please don't let her scare you. This woman is a complete loser. Let's bring back calling people losers, okay? I've already started.
I think that you were all like smart, educated people, some in like really great careers, but you know, and then you'll do anything in your power to get her to shut up so that doesn't come out. I think that everyone doesn't understand this is much bigger than some random girl in Tampa, Florida. It's a group. And I think that one random girl has allowed everyone else to say it was only her. And it was her. It was her. A lot of it was her. But I think a lot of it was other people too.
Okay, so now again, she's making it seem like there were other people involved with her scamming Jason and Richard Powell and any of these like other people. But why wouldn't you have come out with that specific information first? That does not make any sense. Why now are you like, people have been accusing you of this stuff for years. She's not loyal. Why wouldn't she have thrown people under the bus before? Why now? It's truly, truly insane. And I don't know who's involved, girl. Who's involved? Rachel doesn't need to scam. She's a lawyer. She's got money. Also, she comes from money. She doesn't need money. Her mom's rich as hell. And unlike my mom, she actually will help her out. And then like there's McKay, who again comes from money. Her family does help her out. And she actually has an amazing job and like has rebuilt her life. Andrew has had to rebuild his life and is doing much better now. So it's just so like, who is a girl? Because again, she made it seem like, oh, well, they were benefiting from it. So like, did they just not know? And if you remember a few months ago, she was on live saying that like alluding to like Andrew knew. And then all those videos were taken down and she went off the internet for 3 months. So, you know, it's what is the truth, Liz? If it's the truth, just say it. Just say what the truth is. The truth should be able to be said, regardless of if there's a court case or what. Like the truth will set you free, girl. Actually, not really in this instance. The truth will put you in prison, in my opinion.
I think they knew about it. I think that they helped. They did a lot of things. They even used their careers to help. So, yeah, I think there's a lot to come.
They use their careers to help. The only person I can think that she's talking about is Rachel and being a lawyer, right? Because what's Andrew going to do? Help someone put on some glasses? No, that didn't make sense. And McKay was in sales and then quit her job and worked for Liz and just never got paid. So I don't get that. I literally do not understand what she's talking about. I think at this point she like has to be talking about Rachel. And in the comments though, someone was like, girl, if you're talking about Rachel, and then she put in like all caps like 5 times, like, I'm not talking about her. Don't bring her on my channel. And it's like, well, then don't try to be like elusive and mysterious and talk in third person when like, that's not who you are. Say it with your whole chest. Stop lying. And if you're going to accuse someone of something, then do it. Accuse them of something with their full name. Okay. Like, this is tired. This is lame. And you're a loser. So why'd you dye your hair? Now people are saying we look alike. I'm embarrassed. I might have to start wearing my blonde wigs all the time now. So let me know what you think the trigger was. Let me know what you think she's like trying to say, like where this could go. It really is so fascinating because it's like, girl, what are you gonna do next? It's wild. It really is wild. I do have some of the comments here. So some of the comments, people are saying, oop, that part. Y'all are idiots. Anyone who's on there being like, oop, y'all are literally embarrassing. Even if she was telling the truth, and even if it was other people involved, she's still a piece of shit for doing all of it too. And then guess what? If it is true that other people were involved, then they're all pieces of shit too. But like, how are you defending this person? Someone commented and said, I thought you had a job as a principal, which is what she told Andrew. And then she said, and a lawyer, which that's like a bold thing for her to comment. And then someone who was like flip-flopped sides so many times I cannot keep count and just needs to continue to take their medication says, and now the only person who purchased a house and has anything to show for it after supposedly having their life destroyed is telling a lot of stories that don't add up. I assume she's talking about Andrew. Andrew rebuilt his credit. Guess how he did that? He has a job. He works a lot. Guess why Liz doesn't have a house, a car, anything like that? Her credit is abysmal and she doesn't have a job. And they're saying the only person who purchased a house, almost all of the victims of Liz own their homes. Actually, I think one of them does rent, but 90% of them still own their home or a home because they all have jobs. That makes no sense. It's like, oh no, your stories aren't adding up. Your credit can be destroyed and then you can build it back up. Like, that's not impossible. I'm currently doing it right now. I went from like a low 600 to now in like the mid 700s, I think. Like, you can absolutely do that with a job and living well below your means. Why do you think you just live in my neighborhood? But the houses out where Andrew lives are way cheaper. That's why he doesn't live over here anymore, I assume. But yeah, the houses over there where he lives are way cheaper. And yeah, they're all like new construction and stuff. And that's great. I actually used to sell homes over there, but like they're way more affordable than the ones in Tampa. So yeah, having a job, working for the money you earn. Come on, is anyone there? Good God. Don't make me stick up for a man, okay? And then another person who is also insane said, Liz, they don't want to hear logic. They just want to cry everywhere all the time. Who's crying? Who is crying? Pretty sure it's Liz. Another person said, okay, but if you're calling out Rachel, hear me out. All the trips, etc. you went on with your guys. You didn't work, babe. Don't go backwards with trying to right your wrongs. So from my knowledge, Rachel didn't benefit from much of what Liz, I mean, like, I know they went on like a few boats together or something like that. It's so wild because all of them have said like, no, I didn't get clothes or money from her. Like, that's not how Liz operates. It's crazy that she's literally talking about herself while also talking about herself. Like, truly makes no sense. An account called Burn Book 20255 actually just reposted it. I'm sure that account will get taken down by Liz or someone else soon. But another comment said, if Al Capone invited me to dinner for a steak, that wouldn't make me a part of the crime family. Which is true. It's like, that's not how that works. Just because you're benefiting from someone's scam, even if you're not ignorant to it. But like, do you think half these people would be friends with you if they knew what you were doing? I sat down. I was there when Rachel met Richard Powell and she was crying. He was not, but she was crying and she was apologizing to him and being like, I'm so sorry that she used my name to scam you. Like, and he's the sweetest human. He's the best. And so it's just so messed up that she's now going to say that Rachel was a part of that, potentially, allegedly allude to that Rachel was a part of it. Insane. And now people are saying, I always said he was either in on it or he knew about it. I mean, I think that Andrew he doesn't say the smartest stuff sometimes. Okay. There's even a clip of him saying that he could make a better podcast than me. So take that with what you will. I don't necessarily think he was in on it. I think he was ignorant and very, very, very naive and just didn't ask a lot of questions and was also like overwhelmed with his business and like putting his focus on that before they had kids. So then this was deleted and I love that. I love that. I really wish that Liz would stop rescheduling her deposition for the civil case against her, because that doesn't look good. Innocent people aren't avoiding being deposed. And I really wish that she would put her money where her mouth is. She doesn't have any money, so never mind. Anyways, I wish that she would get it together and do that, because again, if you are working with the feds, watch, now she's going to pretend to be an FBI agent, which apparently she has done before. Good Lord. Okay. I can't spend more time on this woman today because I will cease to exist. Anyways, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, night, weekend whenever you're watching this. I hope you know that your butt cheeks look so good. So good. Like, oh my God, they look so good. And I hope you're okay with the lack of content this month. I'm so sorry. Like I said, we've been not remodeling, but like kind of this week. And I didn't get to put up a lot of things. Didn't get to film a lot because it was so loud. So I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And I will see you in my next video, but that's only if you're subscribed to me. All of those nice things I just said are only if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you're dead to me. I don't know, maybe friends like Liz are going to find you. I pray that people like her never find me. Could you imagine having a friend like that? Awful. I say as multiple of her victims watch my videos and they're like, girl, I've been there. Anyways, may your cheeks be juicy. May your coffee be hot, but not too hot to burn your mouth. And may your clothes never be wrinkled. Again, only if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I'm going to scream. Also, leave your theories down below of like how she's using this lie, why she deleted it, all that stuff. What do you think's going on? Like, subscribe, and comment, all those things. And make sure you subscribe to the Okayest Daughters podcast as well. My sister and I are pumping out content and very excited about it. Get in them comments because I'm going to be in there fighting with you about these theories because I am fascinated. Okay. Love you. Bye.